Dr. Phyllis Collins of DietHobby.com. Some of you know me as the YouTube Grandma. Today I'm going to show you how to make roasted chicken thighs. This is one of the absolutely easiest main dishes that you could ever make for dinner. My husband is really fond of it, and we have it quite a lot. A lot of times I'll make it for him and then I'll have something else. But it is good. What he likes are the chicken thighs with the skin on them. You can use whatever you want, but I'm having this for dinner. You know, we're having this for dinner. So this is a chicken thigh. This is 4 of them. I'm showing you how to make one, but one of them, as we finish, is going to be 160 calories. It's going to be less than 1 or less carbs and 21 grams of protein. So it's an excellent main dish, a good way to fix chicken. Okay, so I start out, the first thing that I do, well, I touch the chicken, so I have to wash my hands. Okay, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this oblong pan and I'm going to coat it. I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil because it makes cleanup way easier. I don't like to spend a lot of my time scrubbing pans, so I use a lot of time-saving ways so I don't have to, and this is one. So I don't want the chicken to stick to it, so I'm going to spray this with non-stick coating. Now, I'm going to put the chicken in wrong side up, meaning the skin side down. Okay, you have to wash your hands a lot. Now I'm going to wash my hands because I'm going to pick up spices. And I don't want to get raw chicken germs all over my spice bottles. Okay? So now you can have anything that you want, any kind of spice that you want on this. I always like salt and pepper. So we're going to start out ourselves with just sprinkling in some salt and pepper on this side. Okay? Now my husband always likes garlic powder. So let's sprinkle a little garlic powder all over the sides. Alright, now, if you didn't want salt, there's something called Herbamare Organic Original, which is actually very healthy for those of you, I get it at Whole Foods, and some of you who don't like MSG and your spices, you're real fussy with your spices. This doesn't have any artificial flavorings, dairy products, wheat, or gluten. And so it's kind of tasty. I'm not using it today. But here's another one, Cavendar's All-Purpose Greek Seasoning. I really like this. It's got garlic in it, lots of different things. It also has MSG. So people who are like really health nuts, excuse me, you know, I don't mean insulting, but you know, people who, wouldn't touch MSG wouldn't use this. Okay, here's another one that I use sometimes. It's Perfect Pinch Garlic and Herb Seasoning, salt-free. Now, people who don't want salt, but if I were using this, and I do, I add salt. Okay, but today what I'm going to use is I use the garlic, salt, and pepper, and I'm going to use Pappy's seasoning. Just a special blend of spices in California's San Joaquin Valley, which is where I live. I like it a lot. It's got kosher salt flakes, pepper, paprika, coriander, mustard, celery seed, garlic, onions, and fine herbs. And a lot of supermarkets use this. I know Save Mart here in the valley, Save Mart, when they make barbecue chicken, which I buy a lot of times, you know, to save time, it's rotisserie chicken. How do I get this top open? Well, I don't know. I'm just going to use my hands. A lot of times when they rotisserie chicken, this is what they use. So I'm going to just take little pinches of it and be generous. Don't be generous because the spices you put on the chicken is what makes the flavor. So definitely salt and pepper, garlic powder, whatever. Okay, now I'm going to turn the chicken over skin side up, and I'm moving the skin on. I don't like the skin, so when I eat this, I peel the skin off. That makes about 50 calories, maybe 40, between 40 and 50 calories difference. So you can save yourself maybe 40 calories if you have a piece of chicken thigh with the skin on by peeling the skin off. Alright, so now I have to wash my hands again because I touched the chicken. Okay, now I'm going to take this side, I'm going to sprinkle salt and pepper on it. And then I'm gonna do the same on this side as the other, little garlic powder. Okay, then I'm gonna do a lot of Pappy seasoning, you know, because my husband's really fond of this, and it is a nice flavor. You know, but whatever seasonings you want to use, you can use any seasonings that you like with this. Sometimes if I'm not going to eat it myself, I'll even drizzle a little honey over it, a little barbecue sauce over it or something. That adds honey and barbecue sauce adds calories and sugar, and I don't want it. So here it is. All it is you see, I don't know if you can see or not, it's just the chicken thighs with spices on it. I got my oven preheated at 350. I'm going to put my oven for 1 hour, and in 1 hour it'll be done, and that's all there is to cooking it. We'll come back in an hour and I'll show you what it looks like. Here are the roasted chicken thighs. This is how they look in the pan. You can see how they look in the pan. There's one big one, and I'm not going to have the big one because I think the big one is more than the 160 calories. Now, if I were to choose to eat the skin on this, I'm going to eat 160 calories. If I took the skin off, I'd probably save myself about 40 calories. Fortunately, I don't care for the skin, so I usually do that. I'm going to take out, this is how it looks. You see, it's done on both sides. It's kind of tender and crispy. And this is one chicken thigh. And I'm going to cut a little piece so you can see how it looks inside. Well, more than a little piece. Okay, this is how it looks. When I cut into it and I move the skin around, this is how it looks. I'm going to take a taste to see if it's as good as I remember. Yes. Now, I didn't eat the skin because I never do. I just prefer it without the skin. And what I find is when you cook it with the skin on, that even when the spices are on the skin, you take the skin off, there's still a lot more flavor inside the chicken. Probably because a little bit of that fat from the skin goes down into the chicken, and the spices kind of absorb in there too. So this is a nice, I'm going to call this 160 calories, even though it's not with the skin. It's probably more like 120 because the bone is still in here as well. So there's really not a whole lot of meat, but it's a chicken thigh. It's got 21 grams of protein, less than 1 carb, and 160 if I were to eat it all, even with the skin. So it's an easy thing to make, and you could always throw in a baked potato, which are really easy also. You could have a little salad on the side, maybe some slice of some cucumbers on the side, maybe take a frozen vegetable and cook a frozen vegetable in the microwave and put with it. So it's very easy, it's quick. It actually is probably quicker than going out and getting food, because by the time you go out, you get up, and you leave the house and go out and get the food and bring the food back, it's been an hour already. So if you have the chicken thighs, you put them in the pan and put them in the oven and forget about them until it's time. You save yourself a lot of time, and it's way better for you than fast food. Come and see me, diethobby.com.